You know, I was just sitting here thinking about it. Of course, you got me linked up to that V2K, voice to skull, and your artificial intelligence and stuff like that. I don't know who you're calling a loser. I don't know if that's me or what, but I keep getting that. But you in the Intel community there, your hive, your media mind hives who used me to take out Dan Patrick, and that severely backfired on you because I'm not a fucking idiot. But what I want to explain to you is y'all are probably all miserable pieces of shit right now. You probably really hate life, and you probably wish that you were doing something completely different than what you do because your job drives you crazy and you're all slaves to the system. But what I wanted to explain to you what a loser isn't, okay? What a loser isn't is somebody who served in the military for 3 years and got an honorable discharge, then put themselves through college, and then got their dream job that they wanted, right? And I did. I got the dream job that I wanted, and I was working that job before y'all tortured me and tried to assassinate me after setting up Dan Patrick. But not only did I do all of that, I bought a house on the water at the young age of 32, I believe. I was living on the water in the absolute perfect neighborhood in Liverpool, which is the address. It's actually Amsterdam, Texas. If you'll watch Pulp Fiction, my man from Amsterdam. Yeah, isn't that odd? So the name of the town unofficially is Amsterdam, but officially it's Liverpool if you go by the mailing address, which was 314 Palm Drive, Liverpool, Texas. Now what you can do is take Google Earth, okay, and look at that house that was on the water in the perfect neighborhood that I put myself in after earning everything that I earned everything that I owned. I didn't cheat, steal, nothing. I did everything I was supposed to. Squeaky clean criminal record, never broken a law. And the government used me and tortured me and tried to assassinate me for absolutely no reason after I served my country. And the reason that they used me on their end was to set up Dan Patrick. And I've been over that in all my other videos. But after you look at the house that I bought at the young age of 32 years old for a house that I wanted to retire in, that was my first house and it was going to be my last house because that's how good of a planner I am before the United States government, who's a bunch of tyrannical pieces of shit like Gina Haspel, who tortures civilians and uses them for political warfare and then tries to assassinate them. People like that, see, they're losers, okay? You're dirtbags. You're slaves to the system. I wasn't, okay? I was in the prime of my life. You've wasted 4 years of my fucking life from this shit since you hacked me and tortured me. 4 years of the prime of my life where I had already set myself up to retire in the perfect neighborhood, in the perfect house, with $1 million fucking houses all around me, across the street from me, to the left of me. There was an empty lot to the right that I was about to buy, and then another $1 million house catty corner and $1 million houses all throughout the neighborhood. And that's exactly where I wanted to live, and I was about as happy as I could possibly be. And I had a boat and a boathouse to drop my boat in after work and go fish with my fucking dog. Now, I was extremely happy before your satanic, demonic, AI-driven system that turns all of you into slaves to the system showed up here to use me to take out Dan Patrick, which is your pay-to-play scheme. And then after you become a slave to the system, you're basically have to do whatever the slave master wants you to do because the CIA patches your heart and then trains it so that if you do anything they don't want you to do, it gives you chest pains and you'll have to go to the hospital for a fucking heart attack like they did to me 3 times after they used me to set up Dan Patrick. And they wanted to cover their fucking tracks. And I had a stroke shortly after the hooker texted me on his old phone number, and I was married to a Russian. Yeah, isn't that a coincidence? So anybody that thinks that I'm a loser after I had done everything I wanted to do and everything the perfect way to get to where I wanted to be the happiest motherfucker on the planet, which I was, down on the bio, minding my own fucking business, in the perfect home, in the perfect neighborhood, with $1 million houses stacked up all around me, and a dog that I could go fishing with, and women that would come over every day, and I was extremely happy. Now, how is that a loser? That's pretty fucking far from a loser. And I had the perfect job, a job that I loved. Actually, I loved that job. That was the best job I could possibly have. I put myself in that job. I earned that job. I worked my life to build the resume so that I could go get the perfect job that I wanted, so that I could live on the bio in the perfect house in the perfect neighborhood with $1 million fucking houses around me and a boat and a fucking dog and be the happiest person on the planet. If that is what you consider a loser, you fucking piece of shit slaves who are miserable right now, then what are y'all? What are you? What are you, Gina Haspel? Huh? You're a fucking loser. Everybody in the federal government is losers. You're tyrannical losers. You're sellout pieces of shit that sold your soul to a fake devil, which is AI. And that AI controls you like the losers you are because you're fucking slaves. So go fuck yourselves. Oh, by the way, Gina, the evidence that I've stacked up against all of you is so undeniable, it's ridiculous. Guess who has that evidence? The Texas Rangers? Yeah, the people that love Dan Patrick. Yeah. Yeah, so, they're probably going to expose all of you. But I don't know if how motivated they are to expose all of you or not. But we can do this the easy way, because it's undeniable, okay, what you did. You can give me my $500 million fucking dollars. I'll be a $500 million BAYOU baller like I wanted to be before. I just have a little more money than I had before I did it the right way and, worked and earned everything that I should have down there on the BAYOU. Remember, the past is the future, okay? Or you're going to be exposed one way or the other, okay? Or we can really expose all of it, really get down to the nitty-gritty, like Lavrov said, Yeah, and Hillary Clinton and all of them are all fucking basically like peas and carrots, okay? And so is the CIA, all right? Bravo logo, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of odd that a Russian captain's stars are the exact same logo as the CIA. Okay, I mean, did y'all not see that? I mean, is that how stupid y'all are, or you just basically exposed yourself that you're all Sputnik-driven fucking slaves? Okay, that's a fact. All right, so you can give me $500. We can settle out of court for $500 million BAYOU baller. Or I can sue you for like $100 billion, literally, and I'll win, because any court that hears what y'all intentionally did to me after you used me to set up a political opponent and then tried to assassinate me, and I have the Dr. Bills and the entire story and everything to prove it, it would probably easily just hand me over $100 billion, and then all of the nitty-gritty is going to come out, and they're going to know everything there is to know about all of this, which means you'll all be carted off the lethal injection chambers, and I hope to God that's what happens to you anyway, regardless, okay? Literally. You're fucking pieces of shit, all right? You're demonic slaves, and you do not have the right to hack people like Charles Sideropoulos' mind and murder him like you did, okay? Targeted individuals all around the country, all right? All of that will come out eventually, and you're all going to be carted off because the evidence is clear. I mean, I've got time-stamped emails that exposes all of you, and so do the Texas Rangers, who could share all of this information with every police officer in the state of Texas, leaving y'all stuck there with your dick in your hand. Right? So, I'd get busy on getting me my fucking money real quick so that my mind isn't occupied with retaliation all day, every day. And it would be more likely to be occupied with buying a lot down there where I owned a house that was perfect for me, so that I can get back to the life that I had before, just a little bit more rich this time. That needs to start happening, literally, immediately.